Hear ye, hear ye. It is our honor to welcome you to the Kingmaker podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Kingmaker podcast. Today we're live on Twitter Spaces. Today we're starting a new series that we've been planning for a couple of months now. We're calling it Knights of the Roundtable. This is going to be more of a talk show style show instead of like the interviews with DAO founders or DAO core team members. It's just gonna be me and Keith talking about the crypto markets, what's been going on recently, and yeah, just more of a simple conversation style. If this is something you'll be interested in, definitely tune in for more.
And that's the plan. And really, we, as we're interviewing folks, you don't really get a chance to talk in a little bit more detail on and even summarize some of the shows that we got to sit through over the last, I guess, couple months or so. It's been a lot of Arbitrum shows. We've had some CVX wrapper type shows. We had Pre-Fi was our last one, privacy finance. So I think there's a few themes that we can even dig into a little bit more. But what's going on with you, though? I see you're working with another protocol. Give us a little bit more details, Alejandro.
You want me to show my other protocol about this show? Okay. Yeah, so I recently got hired from Vendor Finance. I'm part of marketing there. So basically what it is fixed rate loans. Over at Arbitrum, we're going to be launching an Arbitrum. It's something that they've been working on for a while. I've only been here for like 2-3 weeks. I definitely think it's something you guys would really want to go check out. It's really interesting. I love working with the guys. They're really smart people, and yeah, it's, if you want to know, we're working like a competitor, I guess, that's similar to us would be like Notional or maybe Yield, but they have a couple of nice ideas that they want to implement, and I think it would be a really interesting take on the way it's currently done, and probably add more and make everything more capital efficient and add more yield on top of everything. If I could say, that's what I would say to get people excited about it.
Yeah. So you're sort of talking in generic terms there. Give us a little bit more details. Share some out.
So the protocol. So in vendor finance, we've been working on so far V1. We're really like soon gonna launch. We're just waiting to get a response back from the auditors. That's what we have planned, and we already have a couple ideas spinning around for V2. But yeah, for V1, we're looking to launch an Arbitrum, and hopefully mainnet, but mainly Arbitrum, and hopefully like work with some of the people there. Right now I don't know what collaterals that we haven't talked about the collaterals we're gonna whitelist yet or like allow. But one thing I'm excited about is that your people are allowed to do private loans between each other, or you're allowed to do under collateralized loans, and it's really versatile, the contracts of how we have them. So in that way that the lender can choose however way they want to, like, have it set up. And for V2, we're excited. We've been looking into like earning on your deposits. So let's say if you're a lender and you have it sitting in vendor finance, but you're waiting for a borrower to show up, you could go and then you can go have an earning yield somewhere until the borrower shows up, borrows some of the collateral, and then you can go. And then, since Arbitrum is really cheap and is only going to get cheaper with Nitro, it would make sense financially for both the borrower and for the lender. I don't know for ETH mainnet, but that's something we've been looking into and everything. But first, of course, first we have to get through the audit and try to get everything launched. But yeah, I'm excited for what I'm doing there. It's a really good experience.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we've spoke to a bunch of different Arbitrum folks here recently. What's been your favorite episode where we've talked to folks over there? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think?
Honestly, I know it sounds really really cliche, but I really enjoyed the privacy episode because I felt like it felt really organic, and it wasn't so much because some of the episodes we done is because oh my god this is trending right now on crypto Twitter. We have to like pick up on this. No, it was really organic. It's something. Well, at least I'm interested in privacy as well, even though I'm like anyone can still check my wallet, right? I care about privacy as well. And like, there's so much we could talk about. I felt like we could have talked for another hour and a half if we wanted to. Um, but yeah, like privacy is one thing I'm really excited for the space. It's, I think there's, well, a lot of people are so distracted on Arbitrum and GMX and all these other tokens. I think it deserves more recognition. I think it's going to be something really big in the coming months.
Gotcha. Do you think the episode you enjoyed it so much because we're getting better at the conversation?
Yeah, that's partly true as well. Yeah, I don't know about you, man, but like at first I was because I'm an introvert, at least I was. So then when we first started, it was so hard for me to talk, and now it's so easy. I can even talk too much sometimes, which is what I worry about, if anything, now.
Oh man, that's all good. So again,
What about you?
yeah. So oh man, I don't know. GMX is so interesting to me, just with everything that you can do there. But I'm with you talking to Railgun Project. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, there was some bloopers in there that I edited out of dogs barking and all kinds of other stuff. And there was a lot of funny jokes going on between us and them.
Yeah.
The weird delay with Kai, around the world there, that was pretty wild. But yeah.
No, yeah, it was hilarious. And then every time, like, you probably edited it so like it came really natural or like, it was like a lot better. But for us, it like we had to try really hard not to make it awkward because with the delay, it was really hard to keep the conversation flowing sometimes, which was really funny. But yeah, like don't get me wrong, I like Conflict Canada and GMX though. Like that episode was also really high up there.
Yeah.
I enjoy those guys as well.
So with all the unlocking and all the drama with that, it seems like there was a great buying opportunity for CVX there in a window. We'll see if it drops back down, but
I don't think so. I don't know why. It's just like every time the unlocking happens or something, then I get myself like so like caught up in like the FUD or whatever. Everyone's so scared, like everyone's like scared and everything, and then nothing ever happens, and like it's never as bad as everyone worried. That's like gets worried about it. It's like, and then I let myself get caught up on all that. It's like it's low key getting tiring. It's like the like unlocking. We call it the great unlocking, but at the end of the day, like people are like a lot of the people are still holding not GMX, CBX.
right. And then with this unlocking, there was so many new options to do, and we'd talked to the concentrator folks, Kruger over there, about Clever. I enjoyed that conversation we had with him, and then the Redacted Cartel folks at Pyrex. So yeah, so more coming up soon though. I was reaching out to the Redacted folks today, and we'll be getting them to have a recap with them. And I reached out to Kruger today, so we're gonna have a couple shows coming up with them soon.
No, yeah, I'm really excited for the new idea that we're coming up because so far it's always been it's always kind of like interview style, like on their DAO protocol, but it is interesting to like have like KP or Kruger or these builders in the space come up on the show and talk like at least more broadly about their opinions, their thoughts, their like philosophies or whatever on the space or their competitors, stuff along those lines. Like we can ask broader questions and not so much so specified that we usually do.
Right. Well, and KP is going to roll deep. He has like 3 other people maybe bring along. So It should be a good show. But yeah, I am interested, just like the long form conversation we had with the folks over at Railgun. I liked having more than one person on it. It was fun to bounce back and forth between the two of them, and then I just enjoyed the flow of the conversation. And yeah, I think we'll see that more now as we sort of go round two with some of these folks. Now that we actually know them a little bit.
No, yeah, exactly. I wish it's something that we looked into more sooner, but having two people on like that from Dallas that we're interviewing, it makes things a lot smoother in the conversation. And like, just if one person's having like a hiccup or like is like a little bit awkward for a moment, um, it's not gonna it's not gonna be as difficult to like keep the conversation going, which of course makes it easier for us. But yeah, I know one thing is that I know there's been a joke that we've been an Arbitrum podcast for this past few weeks. I am like this is even gonna be new to Keith. I'm trying to see if I could get like one of the top protocols of optimism to come on, like SNX or I don't like Velodrome. Like Alex Wagami, we used to do broadcasts with them. We haven't like I don't know about Keith, but I haven't talked to him in a few months. I'm gonna see if I can get him on the podcast just to see if we could branch out and not be an Arbitrum only podcast.
That would be good. That would be good. Get a few more people on. And so like you've launched YouTube site, you're doing YouTube videos now, you've got a website for us, you're writing articles. Like break down like what has been your last couple YouTube episodes, what articles you're writing, why are you writing them?
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. We've been interviewing so much that I haven't actually explained any of the rationale of like what I've been trying to. Well, the website was mainly me, but like different ideas and everything that we gave each other, and like what we're trying to do. So like we did say in Twitter our roadmap, right? So like the direction I was going with some of the products that we went out is more to go towards that goal. So like I felt like if we want to be considered somewhat professional, we should have a website anyways, and we should try to bring value. So that's where the website came in because I was really excited because when we spoke about our goal to have maybe like a Kingmaker DAO or something, I was really excited to like have a website where like we're trying to educate people on DeFi, and it would be like amazing if we have all this like amazing like educational content in like a one place. So like that's where like the idea for the website started coming in, and and then I'm like along the way it's like oh there's a lot of websites and stuff I didn't know when I was new into DeFi, right? So I'm like oh okay I might as well make like a tool section so like useful links that community members put up that I see that gets lost sometimes in Twitter because so much there's so much like comments and like crypto Twitters goes by so fast that a lot of like links and stuff get lost along the way. So that's more or less where like the website came out from. And then like the low show for the Patreon. Actually, I'm glad he got me on this. If you guys haven't like checked that out, I've created a Patreon for Kingmaker. It's $5 a month, and basically the value we're trying to add is that you join a private like a Kingmaker community that we're trying to have like DeFi natives, and then probably have like a little like roles so you can like show what communities you support and you have a direct effect on what type of content you put out. Not you put out, we put out on YouTube, podcast. We're gonna have in consideration. We'll try as much as we can to try to make it possible. Of course, it's kind of hard to sometimes like things can't happen, different schedules or things along those lines. But it's something that we're working on. Something I think will be a nice value add, and you get to see like sneak peeks of some of the content we put out. So that if I'm working on a YouTube video, I may put like a snippet of it, a 1 or 2 minute snippet, or maybe if we're editing podcasts and it's going to take us like 3-4 days, we can put like a 1 minute, 2 minute snippet of the podcast of like a part that we found that was interesting to the Discord, and you get like early alpha on like what we're working on.
Cool. So you've got behind the scenes, you've got the Discord already set up, right?
No, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. It was really tedious. Like a part of me was like tempted to go shoot you a DM, be like, "Yo, can you help me out with this? This is a pain in the ass." But at the same time, it's like, damn, it's like it's not hard. It's tedious. Like I could have texted you to get you on call and help me out, but I'm like, it's like it's not gonna make it any faster. I would just make you suffer with me. But yeah.
Yeah, that was cool when I got your invite to it. And we got a new logo. Let's shout out Echo, right?
No, yeah, he's been a blessing. I'm so happy that we were able to talk to Redacted Cartel because Sammy's been really nice to us. They've been so busy recently trying to solve their own problems and trying to finally get the RLGL like upgraded tokenomics that they've been planning for a while now. But I'm really glad that he linked us up with Echo. He did an amazing job. I love the style. It's gonna look really nice on merch.
It will.
That I know for sure.
It will. And there's definitely some like drop ship type merch options that will be get set up soon enough too. But yeah.
Yeah. Like I was speaking with some people in Convex Discord because as you know, like so far not a lot of people have joined or like not anyone really joined the Patreon yet, so I can't get like feedback there. But I went to like the Convex Discord and I asked them like what are their thoughts on merch and everything. And like it seems like a lot of people support it surprisingly. It's like if we had the Convex merch, Kingmaker merch, like people would actually support it.
Yeah.
Even got like one or two people to like willing to help, which is really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, over the next week or so, let's see where we can take that, I guess. Have you been so on the YouTube statistics? On the podcast statistics, you can see sort of like what region of the world people are listening in from. Can you get the same granularity on the YouTube stats?
Yeah, but like the website that I checked, like I could check right now, like the YouTube default one, but like on my meeting with vendor finance, like one of my team members like reminded me of Social Blade, and like I haven't searched it up yet, like our own personal YouTube channel, so started collecting like statistics today. So I don't know like how well it's doing. When it comes to YouTube though, it seems like a lot of people from our Twitter comes and transfers over to Twitter and like check out like some of our episodes. But yeah, but not a lot of people actually go and like subscribe. So like that I would wish more people tune into the YouTube because as like I was trying to say like earlier in the CVX chat is like we are trying like we do like we enjoy what we do, but we like any like at least with like YouTube if we can grow that like we can possibly monetize it or something in the future.
So one of the largest pools of at least VPNs are coming from Singapore on our list of countries.
Yeah.
Connect with somebody in Singapore and do an episode with them.
Oh my god, that'll definitely be interesting. Hopefully we get so. Wait, you said it's a VPN or like actual like our audience is really big in like Singapore?
I don't. I mean, it's like the number 4 country that VPNs are coming from, or real. Who knows? Who knows? But
I mean, if we can actually hold a decent conversation, then I'm down. Like it'll definitely be interesting bringing one of our community members up and seeing like their take on the space and like their thoughts and everything. It'll be a really interesting conversation, that's for sure.
because that's what we're looking for is Knights of the Roundtable from all over the world who are part of the Kingmaker community here. But yeah, call out to somebody from Singapore since we have like all the downloads coming from there. Or again, that's what the VPN says.
That reminds me, we do have to get better analytics for the podcast, but that's a different topic. But I don't podcast aside, have you been keeping track of crypto at all these past few weeks or no?
Keeping track of what?
Crypto. Like the not so much like prices, but like what's been like new things have been building or rumored and all that.
Not really, because I have been so busy in real life that I've just pretty much been unplugged. And then when we record podcasts, I go in with no research and just ask dumb questions.
Well, I guess it makes sense that you'd tune out during the bear market. Like I can't blame you on that. I guess since I like work on the website and the YouTube and everything, I do stay like pretty connected. And you've definitely a lot has happened since you left. Like Frax Finance or is getting like closer to Frax Lend, and they've been strong examples of them launching their own like ETH staking like service, which is really cool. Synthetics, a protocol that everyone like forgot about for a couple of months, like came back suddenly. It's one of the top like DeFi protocols making fees daily, which is really cool. They kind of like rose from the dead. No one was talking about them, and now like a lot of like more and more people are like noticing them, which is cool. And like GMX, literally, we interviewed GMX, and literally like 3 days later or something like that, they go and the price exploded.
Well, didn't they flip Curve today?
Yeah, I saw Crypto Condom covered that.
Yeah.
I know as like I personally have backs in Curve and Convex, so that's the one thing that is a little bit concerning. But like if I'm allowed to like have my own like concerns and like opinions, but it's definitely concerning because I know like we talked to DeFi Alpha and I even talked to him a little bit personal like 101 for the YouTube video that we did.
Yep.
And he truly believes in GMX and everything they're doing in the future and all that, and which like it really sucks. Like we interview so many smart people, and like seeing like we know like we're friends with the people at Curve Convex, seeing like when smart people and like other smart people believe in like and I guess in a quote unquote competitor, it's really interesting. It's really something.
Yeah, totally. I will be interested to continue to stay in. I haven't totally unplugged. I was maybe that was a little hyperbole, but it's I've just been so busy where I literally didn't have internet, so that is one way that forces you to unplug. And I recommend it for you, Alejandro. Go somewhere where there's no internet for a while.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. Literally, my second job involves me getting online to do stuff. But I'm definitely trying. At some point I'm definitely gonna try. Like it'll be a really nice break. I like every like week I take like 1 or 2 days to like unplug, bleep.
Like I want to say Discord went down one time last year. I think like the Discord Twitter account tweeted go outside or something like that.
No, that's hilarious. No, I love marketing like that. It's like I wish companies did that more often.
Yeah, especially when they're having troubles. All right, I think sort of our next iterations of shows is going to be maybe going back around like we're talking about with some of the people we've talked to and seeing like what they were shilling us, if how it's gone, and seeing what their new things are. Seeing some rumblings about the silo stuff today, where there's
Yeah.
a vote going on, and there's some concerns there, or re-audit issues. Like, are you up to speed on that whole story?
I've been glancing at some of the comments that some of the builders and the community members have said in crypto and Twitter and Discord and all that. What I've known is that I don't know how, but they completely let it slip. That, oh yeah, by the way, this one whale owns 25% of the supply, and it's like that's probably like never a good idea. Like the only time I could think of like letting a giant whale own so much of the token supply is for example, was we did an episode with Kruger, and Aladdin DAO is going to own a giant portion of the supply, but they're going to be locking that forever. It's guaranteed because they need revenue for their protocol.
Right.
Like it makes, but like it's really rare. Like I don't know how they let that slip, honestly, but I don't know.
Well, didn't AJ talk a little bit about that with us though? That basically they were held by 3 different wallets or 2 or 3 wallets, but it was all like bought on the market when they launched, right? Wasn't?
Yeah. Yeah, they did say that. So like they had protocols like heard about them earlier on, and they did have them like buying naturally.
Yeah, but it's still it's not a good idea. It looks like whoever the main whale had been dumping. So yeah, crypto.
That's definitely something that's rough. And one thing I don't know if you noticed, but like with Frax Lend, they're planning to do isolated markets as well for Frax and FPI, and we've gone over that on the Volt and the Sam episode.
Right.
Like they've taken so long that even Frax was able to like build their own like solution and everything. And like by the time they actually launch, Frax is probably just gonna go and launch theirs at the same time, and they're just gonna compete neck to neck. At least
Right.
that's how I think is gonna go.
It'll be interesting to see. Keep stacking that FXS, man. Lock it away forever in convex.
No, yeah, honestly, like the one thing that's really nice about Bear is that like while I am down tremendously, at the very least is really nice. Like now that prices are going up again, is like I'm getting, even though I invested more money, of course, into crypto, but like I'm going back up slowly but surely to where I used to be, which is like really refreshing, and seeing the amount of the amount of market share that we have go up as well.
And you mentioned the concentrator folks. Their IFO is going on right now. Are you up to speed on that whole deal? That's why I want to talk to Kruger again in more detail.
That's why.
Are you up to speed on their IFO?
Honestly, like I've been glancing at portions of it because like I felt bad like because I don't know if you know, but like they're gonna be having a contributor booster program. So like people or organizations who help support can get a portion of the token supply.
Yep.
And like I don't want to seem like okay, I'm only talking about concentrator because I want those tokens, like just being like a page filler or whatever. But no, like the only thing I've seen, they exploded in TVL. They have so much TVL in their protocol, and the APYs are absolutely ridiculous.
And yeah, so I got in on that. I couldn't resist it. I with the unlocking, I had to get a little bit in on that and get some CTR long term and see where this goes. I like the idea of being able to lock that up, get some of the revenue of the protocol, and I love how they're getting their liquidity by trading 2.5 million curve for 2.5 million CTR. Like it, I like the program they're doing. So we'll see. We'll see.
I definitely think it's a new interesting take. Something that we've gone over in the DeFi Alpha episode is that I'm happy that a lot of more protocols are going like no emissions, because not like a lot of people are seeing is like the Olympus model or like the Curve model, because everyone started forking VE. Like it's not a fix for everything. Like it doesn't work with every style, you know. So I'm really glad like there's like new experimentation to see what works and what doesn't.
Well, I like the limited supply that they're going to have of CTR. Also, like you were saying, just because if they continue to increase in the amount locked in their protocol, I mean it'll the revenue will be there. There's only a fixed amount of air that's going to be available, and it seems like a pretty cool concept.
No, yeah, it's definitely really cool, and that's one reason why I'm most excited for Umami. Even that's why like when it comes to Arbitrum, I'm a little bit worried for Curve, just because like Umami as well has no emissions, and they're building on top of GMX, and they're going to give them a lot of TVL and stuff. But those two protocols with no emissions and everything, it's just going to be really good, because you don't have to worry so much about so much cell pressure and all that stuff.
Right. Well, again, as long as Curve keeps getting locked up in convex, I think we'll be fine. But
that's what I'm excited about. Have you seen the new frag space pool, like proposals that have been coming out or not?
hit me with it.
No, because like I think they finally finished the last step of the frag space pool, and with the new frag space pool, they're going to be locking up minimum 5% in VE curve, but then it's also predicted that they're going to be locking a giant percentage of the curve that they earn in convex. So they're going to be like strengthening our flywheel.
Nice. Well,
They're no longer dumping and causing sell pressure, which also means the price should go up for us because, as you know, they're a giant like partner of the protocol, and they have a bunch of protocol and liquidity on there.
yeah, that's been my mission here recently, is just trying to stack Frax FXS and see where it goes. So yeah, cool. Number go up, right? That's all. That's all it does, right?
Oh, I wish if that was the case, I want to be so down. But like one thing I don't know if you heard. Have you heard that they're thinking about a roll up for Frax for the Frax ecosystem, like a Frax roll up?
No, hit me.
No, I don't know much about it either. I was just hearing that in like Discords and everything that they were talking about in the Telegram group. I don't know if you know, but like I only have Telegram just so I can do business like with some of the DAOs that we work with.
Right.
But I never go on Telegram. Because I don't like the platform. So I'm not like up to date with it. But I was hearing that they're like thinking about it, or there's something they've been looking into, which blows my mind. I never thought they would even consider it. I don't know why they would even want to do it, but it seems like we may even have that in the future. They're just going to do everything.
Yeah, I guess it'll be Frax World, not Frax Land, right?
No, basically that's just going to be the case, which is interesting. I don't know. Is there really anything else that's been happening? One thing the only thing I can really think of is like Velodrome, our partner, or not partner anymore. We haven't done broadcast in like months, but we used to work a lot with Alex Wagami, or I think that's his name.
Yeah,
he's doing really good with Velodrome. They're now the number 2 in TVL over there. I'm happy for him. He's a really smart guy.
Yeah, we need to reach back out to Alex and get him on a show, get an update.
No, yeah, like because I know like on our first broadcast he said that he was like looking into them, and like he started working with them like right at the start. So we caught him right at the start. So it'd be like a really good episode, like catching up because I think we caught him on like very first week there or something, and now it's been like months later. So much has changed. It'll be like really nice to see how everything developed.
And I'm pretty sure he tweeted that he had quit his normie job and he was in crypto full time. So
exactly, you're right.
We got to catch him at the beginning, and then he got to catch the bear market, and it'd just be interesting to see how he's surviving and his take on the roller coaster ride that it has been here recently.
Honestly, yeah. Like, even though like when it comes to bear markets, it's like it's better for builders. There's like not so much noise and everything going on. But like I would love to hear his take on it. I hope even he can give us a few tips, because I would love to do crypto full time, believe it or not.
I'm shocked by that, Alejandro.
No, yeah, like he beat us to it, but
he did.
Happy for him.
He did. I don't know. I don't know if I could do crypto full time. Maybe. I'm not smart enough to do anything. Maybe I could just like write tweets. That's what I'd like to do full time for crypto. If it's
you could throw that for me.
Yeah, if it's a bull market and things are going crazy, maybe I can be an official tweet writer.
Official tweet writer. You'll just be the social media manager of our like little like 2-man business or whatever.
Yep, there you go. I'll research all old English words and random stuff from Gothic language.
Like honestly, like I don't blame you. Like it's really like I didn't think of how time consuming it can be. Like even just coming up with ideas, like you don't even need to be like brilliant. There's so many smart people in the space doing crypto threads and everything. Like I'm more than happy to like have them on their like website and then help them get exposure, and at the same time they give me free educational material, you know?
Right.
Like it's a win-win for both.
Right.
That's what I'm doing, because like there's a lot of big brain people. I just don't have the time for that.
Right. Yeah, so I guess that's an ask, is if anybody wants to be included on the Kingmaker website, hit up Alejandro and let's get some more people connected in the community, and let's grow this.
No, yeah, like that's one thing I was hoping for the Discord is like the connector community more and like let people like contribute. Like I can't pay you, right? But like I'm more than willing to you have a thread and I really like it and I approve of it. Like I'll have it on the website and have it on there so people can check out later in the future. Like I'm more than happy like give like someone exposure just to help me. Because right now we have 10 DAOs. I just like I literally 2 hours ago like I added Rocket Pool and Synthetics as well.
Nice. And Rocket Pool, didn't they just hit some milestone or something? 200K ETH.
Yeah, they actually have. I'm really happy for them. And I know they I think now they have like 5%, almost like 5% market share of like validator nodes or something. I don't know, but I am happy for them. I definitely saw that. I haven't been following them too closely to be honest, since I don't hold any.
That's yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, there's not as much yield there on the east side right now.
Honestly, like I wish I can add to that, but like I don't know, maybe it's because I became too degenerate and now it's like I see like 20, 30, 40, 50% on yield and or like I see all this complicated math to the waste that I have giant APR in the future. That's like hard for me to go be happy with my like my simple 5% APY or my 10% APY with ETH.
Yeah, even though it's doubled almost here in the well, a bunch of stuff has pretty much just doubled, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, as you know, right? Like crypto market moves together. Like if
Right.
Ethereum goes up, everything else usually goes up with it.
I want to see that 0.1 ratio though, of
The the Bitcoin to ETH.
no convex to Ethereum. Maybe math wrong there, but maybe it's 0.01, but the whatever, it's too late in my world right now. But yeah, I like to see it even. I like to if Ethereum's at 1500, I like to see convex at 15.
No, I definitely agree. Like it would be really nice to go back to that number. In the same, I would like to say like I would tell anyone just be like instead of thinking of it the other way, like yeah, it would be nice to have all our tokens back up to where they were. But if anything is like you have more, if you really believe in what you're doing, like or like who you're investing in, then this is like a chance of a lifetime, right? Especially because since this bear market is not bear market, the bull market is over, right? So like if you this gives you time to accumulate and be ready for the next one, if anything.
It does. But I like to see things in ratios, and I realize that ETH and Bitcoin are going to have strength, but yes, I was checking my math. It's 0.01. I like to see that even ratio, and if we didn't have our convex all locked up and there was like some wrappers we could use for our convex, you could definitely swing trade that based on where it is in that ratio. So
There's so much work though. Like one thing that I'm excited about is because like I can't wait for some of these protocols like Tracer DAO or like synthetics to like allow us to like do perpetuals or like help like to like give us ways to hedge with
yeah,
CVX, but not even CVX with other tokens. Because like a lot of these protocols are just the main big guys, ETH, Bitcoin and Link and Uni. Is like I don't hold any of that boring stuff. I'm a degen. Like I need like I want these other tokens to like have like markets so I can hedge. Like I looked at the rappers and I if Kruger you're listening or like Sammy or any of those guys, I love your products. They're all super smart and it's probably big brain, but it's just not for me. Like that's what I'm excited about. We haven't seen any of that yet.
yeah, yeah. Well, I actually, with my company stock that I work for in real life, I've been able to swing trade that successfully, just sort of watching ratios. But yeah, even in these brutal markets, there's something there. But yes, to be able to hedge the downside would be even better.
Honestly, I don't know how you do it. Honestly, like I used to trade. I've said this a couple of times. But I used to trade, and I got really cocky, and eventually got liquidated. And since then, I don't do that anymore. Like kudos to you. That's impressive as heck. I don't do it. It's way too stressful, man.
It's big. I mean, you can just look at the cyclical stuff. You can see it, and it's not for making huge gains. It's just trying to beat the S&P 500. So nothing too special. But it only takes a couple trades a year to do that, pull it off. But
Make it sound really simple, but after talking to CoinFlip Canada, I was like going through like GMX UI and everything, and man, like websites like that or like GMX and all those websites are like kind of addictive, honestly. And I saw that they're planning to do like a UI UX like revamp or whatever, like upgrade it even further, which makes me nervous because like I don't want to get addicted to that.
Oh yeah, they're just trying to get you addicted.
Exactly. I don't want to be a bad role model, you know. Start shilling the GMX affiliation link just so I can have like our listeners like compensate for my losses.
You're bringing up a good point. You know, with crypto being the way it is, maybe GMX can set up some terminals in Las Vegas next to some slot machines and penny slots, and just go in there. If they could, make sure the interface looks really, really good and has lights and beeps and flashes, maybe they can do that.
Yeah, and then everyone that's anonymous suddenly gets revealed just participating in those lottery machines in Vegas.
There you go.
That'll be funny.
Yeah.
Everyone finally sees Tetranode's face.
There you go. Or is Tetranode many people?
I remember seeing a tweet like that. Like there was a tweet like that spread around cryptos. We were saying like, "Huh, I wonder if all these big accounts are just the same person." And it was funny because like the developer of DopeX and Tetranode, and like all these people were like they had the login for like 3 huge Twitter accounts. I thought that was really funny. I hope that's not true though. But I hope it's really funny.
I think everybody on crypto Twitter is either bots or the same person. So I think it's me, you, and then maybe 2 other people who are listening right now.
Oh no, I hope that's not the case because but like in all seriousness though, like it does make me happy. Like solely, like it's like different because a lot of our audience like says like, oh, I don't think the audience like has into account is like it's really nice. Like sometimes like we've been working through this throughout the months, and like I've shown you some of the positive messages we get, and like sometimes even just we look at numbers, we look at like price movements, we look at our followers, how many viewers, all these different numbers are thrown at us day to day for different subjects. But then like even I forgot sometimes is like wow, like we actually like really affect people's lives. I've gotten a couple messages of how we help people, educate them catching up or learning about DeFi because they feel intimidated or something. And it's like it really opens my eyes. It's like wow, it's like even the one person that's listening to this right now is like they may be getting like a shit ton of value out of this, or like we may be actually affecting someone.
Well, and that was the original mission when I reached out to get a podcast going with you was just, hey, I just want to learn. I just want to get in the loop and know what the heck is going on because it's like impossible to keep up when you're busy in real life. So I think from my standpoint, we've been hitting the target and, and then seeing all the growth and new things you're adding to the Kingmaker ecosystem. It's pretty cool, man. But we have Rolly Pony with us and Tuck. Do you guys have any questions or want to get up on stage? And do you have any feedback for us live here?
If anything, you can be live on the podcast, and we could probably just let you show something if you even wanted to. But yeah, one thing I guess, well, we wait to see if they request or something. One thing that I was really hoping that someone like a decent amount of like our audience like got to the Patreon just because like I'm a creative person. I really enjoy being creative and like you help me give me ideas and some stuff. But like it's really different like getting feedback from people who like actually consume our content.
Right.
Yeah. Because like I don't know what they want. Like, you know, I'll have to look at numbers to actually get what they want. Like if they were in like our Discord, then we can talk to them firsthand and they can give us like what things they want to see or what products or something. You get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah. Much more just direct, I guess, is what you're getting at. Just
Yeah.
that direct channel of feedback. I agree. It'd be good. The problem with feedback, though, at times is, we could be trying to do something one way on purpose, and everybody will always have an opinion. But
That is true. That's when it comes in. You have to decide like
what you want to be.
yeah.
Yep. And yeah, I'm excited where we've been. I'm excited just having this conversation, just the flow of conversation. We've come so far talking on Twitter Spaces from the beginning when, man, that was rough. Get the first couple shows and just trying to get our sea legs.
No,
But
yeah.
I'm looking forward to these nights of the roundtable, and we intentionally, I guess, really didn't invite anybody to this one. Just wanted to have the conversation, but I'm looking forward to have some other people join us, not interview style, but just sort of roundtable and kicking around what's going on in the world.
Mhm.
Maybe
No, yeah, you have a point.
maybe even Garrett. Maybe we can get him on. What do you think?
Oh, I wish, man. I tried at the very beginning. I tried really hard. I sent to that man's DMs like once a week, and I couldn't convince him at all. He didn't. Like, low-key, I was really sad because he rejected me like two times, and then I saw like 1 or 2 weeks ago he went up on a show or something, and I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah. And Frax has a podcast. You've been hitting me up about them. Have you listened to any of their episodes? I haven't.
I was
They do like recordings though, like YouTube recordings, right? And they show their faces.
Yeah, so they're completely doxxed. I don't know how they do it. Like yeah, they're completely doxxed. They show their faces and everything, and like the audience members, if they want, show their faces. I don't like. It's an interesting style. It's way different from us, as we because we don't show our faces. We're anonymous or whatever, pseudo anonymous. But it's interesting. I like their takes. They're focusing solely on the Frax ecosystem, so they're doing it differently than us. Like they're doing it the same styles like Frax Cast, and then they have like interview style, kind of similar like how we used to do.
Yeah.
Is interesting because of course if Sam goes any podcast he's gonna crush it, right?
Right. And it is nice to have those built-in big names that draw viewers and listeners and all that good stuff. But that's what I mean. I think that's what makes us different is we're not here to shill anything, and we're not going to necessarily get the biggest protocols in the world, but we're gonna find interesting things and share it and share what we learn, and I think that's what's going to make us unique to being us. And I hope 2 years down the road people will go back and listen to some of these early episodes that we did with some of these protocols who've made it big and sort of can go and as we have conversations with those same folks over the years, it'll be fun to see the journey and see what that 2025 question, see how they answered it, in the beginning and see what it looks like in 2025. That'll be a lot of fun.
That would be amazing content. I can't wait to be like, hey, just really quickly, this is what you answered, and then they can like see like has it actually happened. That's something I'm really excited about, and yeah, like I definitely agree. Like because everyone like a lot of people nowadays on like YouTube and the crypto Twitter, we all have like a narrative to push. Like even some of the biggest Twitter accounts is like kind of like bragging protocol statistics or like bragging um like the bags that they hold, or like even on YouTube it's filled with like 100x like this token or whatever. Like I'm glad that like, yeah, like we don't have the advantage that we can bring like a giant dev onto like our show like frequently to like give updates or whatever alpha. But like we can at least give like unbiased like educational content or like unbiased opinions or whatever of what's going on.
Hey, don't sell PP Moon 69 short. He's a giant dev. That's KP.
No, yeah, no, I know. No, I love him. I love him. Like, of course, it's like the reason I say giant is because like Sam has like 50 followers or something ridiculous.
I mean, I still want to get Sifu on. Let's get some interesting content. You know, where is he? Like his DM open. You can't reach him. He's, I don't know. Come on, Sifu. Come on the show.
I honestly, I completely forgot about that. He's actually been really active in the Convex Discord. Like he, like a couple of days ago, or like last 1 or 2 weeks ago.
Selling Convex.
Hmm?
He's dumping Convex for Wonderland there.
No, nah, he's not part of Wonderland anymore. He's shorting. He's shorting CVX though.
Yeah, I know. But I think he was shorting CVX because Wonderland was going to dump, and it's all connected. You can't tell me he's not still pulling strings. He's Sifu.
Probably. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm never gonna know. It's hard. Like,
yeah,
all you could do is watch.
We're gonna get the answers out of him.
Yeah, that's if he even agrees to get on the show. Like, I even went to Tetranode myself, and I'm like, hey, I'd love to have you on the show. Ignored. Like, let's see if someone as big as him is willing to get on the show, because he knows we're gonna ask like questions, probably some he doesn't want to talk about, but let's see if he's willing to do it.
Yeah, the shows I've heard him on, he'll give his like background and then he'll like shill his stuff. Yeah, we'd have to come up with different questions for him than that. But Tetranode, if you're out there, we'd love to have you on.
No, yeah, definitely. I would love to see like how's Gauntlet is going. All the protocols that he used to like love and support: Dopex, Rocket Pool, Curve, Convex, like all. Now JPEG I think is doing good. I honestly haven't followed too closely. I don't really do NFTs.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going, because I don't really. I tune into crypto Twitter, but like I don't do it as often anymore. Kind of like, because it's a bear market. So I haven't been like following too much of what's going on besides like major updates.
Yeah, it seems like every NFT was pretty much just a rug. I mean, I know JPEG is only dealing with CryptoPunks and maybe Bored Apes or something like that, but yeah, it seems like Zach has been exposing like every NFT project.
Yeah, honestly, like kudos to Zach. I don't know how he does. He's amazing at what he does. He's actually someone that I have to add to our website. Like someone that if you have to follow anyone in crypto, like please follow him. At least to stay protected, to know like, okay, this guy has rugged in the past. It's better if I don't associate with him.
Right. And man, maybe we could reach out to him. I know he disguised his voice when I heard him on he's either a YouTube interview or on a podcast at some point, but he'd be an interesting person to talk to as well.
I honestly would love to have him on. Like, I have tried to contact him, but like one thing I've been saying is that like with Kingmaker, we're not over 10,000 followers yet, but like there's still like a saying, whatever, like as soon as you get to 10,000 followers, your DMs becomes horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So like Twitter DMs become absolutely atrocious. So I don't know how I'm going to contact them realistically, because I'm assuming he has like 40. He probably has like 40K followers. So it's probably going to be like impossible to get to reach him.
Well, maybe we at him with one of our pre-fi tweets. See if we can reach him that way. Because his days will be numbered when pre-fi takes over the world.
I don't know, but even I was actually thinking about that, because we did the privacy episode, and I was looking at the privacy solutions, and it's like, damn, it's like I could go and become private right now if I wanted, but there's no really point. I don't know, because we're already anonymous, and the majority of people on crypto Twitter is anonymous, and Yeah, you can follow to like our central exchanges, but the like for me is like there's no point for me to go through the effort going through like Tornado Cash or like Railgun, just because like I don't know, it's like I have to remove the gas and I have to go put into their system and then redeposit it and lock it, make convex curve and all that stuff. I don't know, it's too much work, too much gas, and like what do I have to hide really?
Right.
Besides and like I doubt anyone's gonna go through the effort of do a Zach and like spill my life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've been chatting for like an hour, man.
No, yeah, and I really appreciate for the one guy that was here for like the majority of it. But yeah, I guess before we get off, is it okay if I show some of the products that we have and like I
List
guess
it
say
out,
like
man. Go for it.
thanks, I appreciate it. So yeah, so if anyone tuned in and listened to our first episode, it's gonna it's so basically this is gonna be a new series that we're gonna be launching. It's gonna be me and Keith, and it's not gonna be interview style. We're gonna bring people on and try to do like more panel or like talk to like different like builders in the space, or just me and him alone, and just what's going on, what we're doing, or some different things. And so to have like is like a different style. So if we bring in Tornado Cash, then like we're not gonna talk about their protocol. We're gonna talk about privacy or what their thoughts on Railgun or Aztec Network, things along those lines, or like Bitcoin or something like the conversation will happen naturally on something other than what they're building, or like something like direct, not their direct product, which I think it would be a really nice take. Just have like normal conversations with builders that usually don't have the chance to have like to talk about anything besides of what they're doing in their job. Um, besides that, yeah, like I do update the website like weekly, and there's a lot of educational material if you want to go check it out. I add extra tools and links to help you in your experience with DeFi, and if you want to support us, go check out the Patreon, and if you're listening on Spotify, one of those, there'll probably be a link like in the description. That definitely helps a lot. You get to have a direct input and like what you want to see, and like give us feedback and recommendations. And if not that, then just I guess check one of our affiliate links, GMX or with Onjuno. Like if you, for example, with Onjuno, you go and you get, if you deposit $250, you get $100, and we do as well, which like will help us a lot. Like I use them. I wouldn't show something that I don't use or support, so I do use them myself, and I really like their service. So that's why like I reached out and got an affiliate link with them. So like since I like it anyways, I would show it to my audience and like try to get them to enjoy the experience as well, to just be in DeFi and be connected with DeFi. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, honestly.
Awesome. Well, it's good catching up, Alejandro. Enjoy that McDonald's you had earlier.
Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. I actually didn't even have the chance to get it because I was running late on time.
Well, then, yeah, we got to go because you got to go get some McDonald's then.
Kingmaker Podcast.